JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Hi guys. Before we go into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and to share the news with someone today. Now on to the news. Man stabbed to death at party in Ocherias. An unidentified man was killed at a party in Breadnut Hill, Ocherias Centre on Thursday night. Reports are that the man, while attending the party, was attacked and stabbed multiple times. It was subsequently transported by patrons of the event to the hospital, but succumbed to the injuries. The police also reported that another male was shot in his leg at the event, but he did not show up at the hospital for treatment. Investigations are ongoing. Biggie shot dead in Kingston 11. A man was shot and killed on Orard Avenue in Kingston 11 on Thursday morning. The deceased has been identified as 21-year-old Dwayne Atkinson, otherwise called Twin or Biggie, a construction worker from Uganda Drive in the community. Reports received are that around 6:20 a.m., police at the Payne Avenue checkpoint heard loud explosions, sounding like gunshots, and responded. They also alerted other police on mobile patrol in the area, who proceeded to the location. Upon arriving at the location, police saw the now deceased on the ground in blood, suffering from what appeared to be gunshot wounds to the head. Lawmen assisted him to the Kingston Public Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. No motive has yet been established for the killing, the police said. Man charged of a seizure of more than 100 rounds of ammunition in Old Harbour. The police in St. Catherine have charged a man in connection with the seizure of more than 100 rounds of ammunition and a pistol at his home in Old Harbour. Charged with illegal possession is 51-year-old entrepreneur Charlie Michael Goodwin of Begona Crescent in Marlymount, Old Harbour, St. Catherine, and Florida in the United States. A date is to be set for him to appear in court. The police say Goodwin was first held on the night of February 18 at the Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston after ammunition was reportedly found in his luggage during a search. An investigation was launched, which saw investigators from the Old Harbour Police being contacted, who carried out a search of his premises. According to the police, a 6-Sawyer pistol, along with 110 rounds of 9mm cartridges, was found in a piece of furniture. Following further investigations, Goodwin was charged. Tension in Augustown over police shooting. There's a heavy police presence in Augustown, St. Andrew, after residents mounted a fiery roadblock along the main road today over the shooting of a resident by the police. The man, who is reportedly aligned with the opposition People's National Party, PNP, was shot yesterday. Upset residents have accused the police of wrongdoing, which they have denied. The shooting is being probed by the Independent Commission of Investigations. Today, the area's Member of Parliament, Favour Williams, and the PNP's local government election candidate, Darrington Ferguson, and the Jamaica Labour Party's candidate, Venetia Phillips, met with the residents. Denham Town residents staged fiery protest over police fatal shooting. Residents of a section of Denham Town in West Kingston on Thursday staged a fiery protest over the fatal shooting of a man by the police in the community on Wednesday night. The residents set fire to debris in front of the military checkpoint to register their displeasure at the shooting death of 25-year-old Roberta Malcolm, otherwise called Mal, along Greenwich Street in the vicinity of Wellington Street. The Kingston Western Police say sometime after 9 p.m., members of a special police team were on patrol in the area when they observed a man acting in a suspicious manner. The police approached the man, who then ran into a yard. He was chased and fatally shot when he allegedly pointed a gun in the direction of the cops. The police say a 9mm pistol containing a magazine with 10 rounds was taken from him. The Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM, is investigating the incident. Man in custody following fatal shooting in Duane Park. The St. Andrew South Police have named a person of interest in a deadly shooting that took place in Duane Park Wednesday morning. A female was left nursing gunshot wounds and another person was fatally shot during the incident. The incident reportedly took place around 9:25 a.m. Kareem Mills, otherwise called Deafy Boy, has been named by police as being involved in the shooting. He reportedly frequents Queensborough Drive, New Haven, and the Duane Park areas. Mills is also wanted for another murder in the St. Andrew South Division. According to the Deputy Superintendent, DSP of Police for the St. Andrew South Police Division, Hemford Wade, a group of people was at the location when a lone gunman arrived and opened gunfire. An off-duty policeman who was present on the scene saw what happened. This gunman also reportedly challenged the police and there was an exchange of shots. Family upset with
Well, this incident in Duane Park, where someone was actually killed too, this was about 9:25 a.m. A group of persons was at the location when what we picked up, a lone gunman came there, opened gunfire. There was a off-duty policeman who there saw what was happening, and this gunman also challenged the police, and there was an exchange of gunfire. After the shooting subsided, we would have discovered that 2 persons were actually shot and injured. They were taken to the hospital. One pronounced dead by the doctor, the other admitted in stable condition. Very early days also, but so far, responding to what happened, the police would have 1 person in custody, doing several investigations around these persons, have obtained statements and also probing possible DNA aspect of this person to see if it can advance in bringing some form of closure. We are not able to say yet the motive behind this activity, but based on the initial investigation, we actually seen that the possibility that the perpetrator could have been from the New Haven area, that also we have seen some increased activities in also. The Kareem Mills, OC Deafy boy, whom is a person of interest in this murder this morning. We're asking him to turn himself to us so we can advance some investigation around this issue, because he is one of the players that is causing some degree of anxiety amongst the citizens in that area. And also we are anxious also from the law enforcement agents aspect to see him and speak with him in terms of bringing him some closure to this thing. We actually know that Anthony Reynolds, OC son, who is actually wanted by us for the murder of that young female child that was killed also. He is also giving us some issues in that area. He was not apprehended as yet, and he's still out there creating mayhem. So we're actually pursuing him and would love for him to turn himself in so we can bring some closure and let him have his day in the court.
Police after fatal crash. Family members of Ryan Forbes, the St. Elizabeth man who died after a police service vehicle crashed into his car on Monday, are incensed that the police high command had reportedly not reached out to them about his death. I still can't get to understand. Not even a call saying, we're sorry for what happened. It's an accident. Regardless who is right or who is wrong, said Carletha Forbes, sister of the deceased. Forbes, 36, a former Fellington District 5 Spen, died as a result of a motor vehicle collision on the Locovia Main Road. The Grey Markex motor vehicle he was driving collided with a police service vehicle, resulting in 5 people being hospitalized. Superintendent Coolidge Minto, head of the St. Elizabeth Police Division, said the police were in pursuit of a vehicle when the deadly collision occurred. Ryan's father, Clifford Forbes, was overcome with emotions when he spoke on Wednesday. "My mother and father died, I never cry, but I have to cry for my boy," he said. The elder Forbes said Ryan was a jovial person who was always by his side and helped him to run his small pimento factory in Brompton. I don't know if I can continue running it without him," he said. Reports from the Black River Police are that about 3 p.m., Forbes was driving a Toyota Markex motor car when on reaching an intersection of the roadway, he collided with a Toyota Hilux police service vehicle that was driving towards Savlamar, Westmoreland. Attorneys discredit phone evidence. Attorney Law Christopher Townsend on Wednesday implored members of a 7-member jury in the Everton Bridgestone McDonald murder trial to disregard audio recordings which were allegedly taped by Denverlin Bobler Minot, the star witness in the case. Insisting that the audio files which implicate his client were fabricated, Townsend said it is hard for the jury to accept that Minot was the maker of the recordings, which prosecutors are relying on heavily to secure a conviction. McDonald is on trial in the Home Circuit Court in downtown Kingston for the murder of his second wife, Tony McDonald. Oscar Barnes, who is accused of murdering the woman by stabbing her repeatedly and cutting her throat, is also on trial with McDonald. It is alleged that McDonald hired Minot for $3 million to kill Tony, but Minot subcontracted the hit to Barnes and claimed that he only watched as the man he had hired carried out the killing on the main road in Sherwood Forest, Portland, on the 9th of July 2020. Townsend in court Wednesday further pointed out that it is difficult to trust Minot's evidence about the recordings, given that he told the court that one day was going through his phone and came upon a mysterious audio file, which allegedly turned out to be a recording of a call he earlier had with McDonald, he told the jury, and the presiding judge Chester Stamp that he then continued to record more than 120 phone calls between himself and the Portland businessman. Townsend also said that Minot and other witnesses, including a former employee of McDonald, had a lot to gain by telling lies during their testimonies in the case. The man who they said in the recordings can't read and can't spell. It was just a line subtle. All witnesses have something to gain by coming here and lying. The crown's case has fallen. You are now seeing the mere bones. You are now seeing it for what it is since I've taken off the makeup, Townsend told the jury. At the same time, Courtney Rowe, another one of McDonald's 5 lawyers, said that during Minot's evidence in court, he told the jury that McDonald took away his personal phone leading up to the murder and began supplying him with different devices and the SIM cards. These phones and the SIM cards, according to Minot, were taken away by McDonald and replaced with different ones on numerous occasions. But the data presented in court by the police, who claimed he obtained it from the telecommunications provider, and Minot's them as the owner and use of the particular phone numbers, Rowe told the court on Wednesday. Rowe insisted that it was impossible for that to happen, as Minot gave evidence that he was always provided with phones and that he purchased one of them for himself. Therefore, there would have been no recording of his name being listed as the use of those particular numbers. He also pointed out that Minot cannot be trusted because he claimed that he was supplied with different phones by McDonald. However, the records presented in court showed that there was only one International Mobile Equipment Identity (IMEI) number associated with all the calls he claimed he placed to and received from McDonald. Rowe said Minot was outright lying because every phone carries a unique IMEI number. Townsend, meanwhile, pointed out that data can be manipulated as shown here. Bubler said Mr. Mack took his phone and that he did not have a phone for himself. There is no way the phone and SIM card could have Bubler's name in subscriber details. It is a phone that was purchased after the death that was used to make those recordings. They are saying the recording was made before the death, but we cannot match up the evidence with what we see. The trial resumes on Friday, when attorneys representing Oscar Barnes will begin closing arguments on his behalf. JBN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.